I'm just going to jump into some phone calls that we got right here. Right. Now, I usually like to bullshit with my fellow host right here, but to talk about what we need to talk about is going to require a phone call. I have a guy who's called the Sun God himself.
The Sun God? The
Sun God. He said, let me just tell you, okay, let me just get into it. And then I'll call him up. First of all, are you bored?
No. I'm trying to gather my thoughts for what we're going to discuss.
Oh, I see. It was a sigh of pain.
Yes.
I see.
Like, we'll go with that.
Yeah, sure. Let me see if I can get a hold of this guy. Make sure that I have his email. Let me see. The Sun God. Where is he? There he is. Sun. What's up, Sun? Now, let me go ahead and copy his number. Let me go ahead and pull up the Skype so I can be prepared. And copy his number in there. Now, what we're going to talk about here. I saw this thing floating around the internet, and I thought it was a setup. I thought it was something. I thought it was a parody of all the police brutality and the cop controversies that are going on out there. Yeah. There was a pool party. Now, I hate to bring in, the sad racial news with people, but this is the world we live in today. And video cameras are checking it everywhere. Ray, is this funny to you?
I'm probably on video right now.
You find this amusing? This seriousness right here?
No, man. I'm
okay.
ready for it.
This is no game, Ray.
See, I'm outnumbered. I mean, it's all y'all. I gotta agree with whatever y'all say.
No, you're not. Not today.
No, I don't know. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
You could be included right now. If you don't, quit laughing, man. This is serious, Ray.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Social issues.
Social issues. Yeah. Come on now. Get your chi.
He's got his politician face. Oh, yeah.
There you go. Can't help it.
All right, let's play the fucking movie.
Well, here's the thing right here. So there was this, and let me see if I can actually find the story so I'll make sure I have this right. I went to the Huffington Post and got this. There was this party here in Texas, as people were emailing me my neck of the woods. And
not really.
No. But for some people, they think Texas. They think Texas is like one big neighborhood.
Right.
No.
They think we can ride horses and got cactuses everywhere and cacti, whatever.
Yeah.
But there was this pool party in an affluent, mostly white suburban neighborhood. Now, I haven't really grasped the whole situation. There was a flyer that went out. There was an announcement of a party. So all these people showed up, including a large number of black kids. Now, let me go ahead and go to the Huffington Post, where this is just one of the places you can find this story. And the story became a big deal because they say a Texas police officer has been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of an investigation after video surfaced showing one of the cops pulling the gun on a crowd of teens at a pool party while others were handcuffed. And they were handcuffed teenage partygoers. You can see some people taking vines right there, cell phone videos. If that play button went in the way, you can see slamming that girl's head down to the ground. They identified the officer. Now, there's a lot of different stories that are going on. They say, I'm looking at it right here. They say that there was a fight. The cops showed up and started putting people on the ground for no reason. That's a person, Brandon Brooks, that was quoted, who was saying there. They say that there were some people there who were being racist towards the kids and making up excuses for them to not be there. I heard one story that said that there was a woman who kept shouting these racial insults to these kids. I'm not saying that that's truly what happened, but I'm just telling you some of the things that I've read. And then somebody said that there was a disturbance after the woman got up into another girl's face and hit her. And I don't know. Somebody's going to tell me what's really happening right here. The big thing is that, of course, it got caught on video. I don't know why these cops keep fucking up.
I don't either.
Around teenagers.
Yeah.
Teenagers.
They have 2 cell phones.
Teenagers film themselves, setting themselves on fire.
Yeah.
They film everything.
Or just mundane shit like waking up.
Waking up.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it because they sleep, but they managed to press that button. Oh, hello. Ain't nobody filming that shit but them.
No.
Now, kids film everything. So, of course, there was no way the cops could stop this shit. I mean, the cops were like frazzled by this shit.
Yeah.
It got so crazy. Now, this is why I thought it was fake, because right at the beginning of the video, one cop, he thought, oh, shit, this is the perfect time to put that action-packed cop training to use right here.
Yeah.
Look at this shit. Now, watch this. He's out there with kids, man.
What was the point of it?
You know what the point was?
No.
No street.
The point was
Did he
was
trip and just try to play it off?
no,
Like,
no.
That's what I thought at
This is
first,
a
too.
cop that was raised on police shows.
Yeah, T.J. Hooker.
T.J. Hooker and 70s cop shows. Watch this shit again. Look at this. Get out the way. Hi-ya! You know?
he had to gather his bearings and
Got
shit.
He got up. Got up. You want to know what it is? And if you can look, it ain't nothing but kids. I mean, they're running after fucking nothing. Nothing. Look at
Kids
this.
are going the opposite direction.
Get them! Get them! Like, there's nothing there. What are they chasing? There's nothing fucking there. It's almost like they got into cop mode and couldn't get out.
That's exactly. They got
That's
stuck
like when
in
you
there.
and your friends are little and you play cops. And
Yeah.
they're like, let's
Yeah.
fucking roll and
Yeah, you
shit.
just
Chase you, that kind of shit.
You remember when you were a kid and you just start running for no reason?
Yeah.
You just like,
Get that energy out.
Yeah, that's what the.
Like those cops are running, singing the songs and the
You know, that's what it was. Look at him.
Da-da-da.
Look at him. Yeah.
The cop's theme is playing in their head right
Yeah, man, I'm a cop. Yeah, get the way. Yeah. There's nothing there.
now. Not a thing.
In their target, you know what it
They
was?
run into a tree.
Like we used to do that shit when I was kids. People, if I haven't told you, I'm 43 years old. I was raised on fucking 70s cop shows, and that's the kind of shit we were doing when we were kids. I don't do that shit when I'm an adult. I used to watch Starsky and Hutch. They watched reruns of this shit. They're trying to do that shit. Look at this. Look at that shit. Like that roll and tagging them kids. And like, this is my favorite. Yeah, you know, that's what he wanted
Look
to do.
just like it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the kind of shit
That's
that
what
they
was
were
in
doing.
his head.
That's what was in his head.
Yeah.
Even like, I don't know if you can hear the music too well. I added the music to it because if you look at it, hopefully it can come better on the TV. But if you look at it, the theme fits when they're running. Yeah, get him, yeah.
I wish the second cop would have rolled too.
Yeah, I
like
know.
that would have made it perfect.
That would have been awesome.
Just doing somersaults all the way down.
Why the fuck did he roll?
Like I wish that second cop. I'm like you. I wish.
I'm embarrassed for him, man.
I wish that cop had. Yeah, I'm embarrassed for him too, man. I wish that cop had rolled like in the same exact spot that he did. Yeah,
He had to trip. There's no reason.
wait for me.
You just thinking it said, man, that first cop's so cool. Oh my god.
Yeah, you know?
I know that they're like, God, I wish I was Jenkins. Like fucking.
Robbers, get them! Yay! I mean, look now. Like some Three Stooges shit. Yeah, watch the Three Stooges. I mean, you could hear the Three Stooges sound effect. Look at this shit. Now, it's funny right now. We're laughing. By the way, before you even continue, have y'all ever seen? You've never seen Starsky and Hutch?
Yeah, I've seen Starsky and Hutch.
So, do you remember the credits, the opening credits from it? Do you
no.
remember? See, I didn't either, and I'm like, man, back then,
Yeah.
they didn't give a fuck how crazy they look. Like, okay, I'll just give you,
Yeah.
like the stars. Like I can understand like some of the supporting actors, but the stars, because it was back then when they put the name on the screen,
Yeah.
and you would freeze frame. And normally, sometimes they get somebody who would freeze frame. They'd be like, and it would stop.
that
like,
was Chips.
Yeah, that was Chips.
Yeah.
There was a 70s show called Chips, and the guys were handsome. Eric Estrada would look at that screen and go like, ding, and it would just freeze on that smile.
Yeah.
Not Starsky and Hutch. Those motherfuckers were crazy. Look at this. Watch this shit. That's a fucking freeze frame right there. You know he went to the editing bay like, man, for real?
Yeah,
Man, change that shit. Oh, man, it's gone to print already. Sorry. We should, I actually prepared it where we have our own,
Oh, did you?
where we have our own Starsky and Hutch freeze frames.
Oh god.
Okay.
No, all you gotta do is just, look, all you gotta do is just play the music. There it is. Now watch. Look at this. Like Korey Coleman. Look at that. Don't move, Shay. I got one for you, Shay.
Oh god.
Yeah, let me see. No, Ray, you're next, man.
Oh, shit.
Ray, I got you. Look,
Okay,
you ready for your freeze frame,
Yeah.
Ray? Look at that. Ray as Poncho. You don't like that? Look, there it is. See, you look like a poncho.
I look like a poncho?
Yeah, you look like a poncho. Shay, you laughing, but Shay, I got you too.
I'm not ready.
That was not.
I
What the
don't
fuck,
know. I'm looking at
poncho?
it. I'm not ready.
Racist.
You weren't ready for that one, were you?
I'm not ready at all.
All right, here, Shay, you ready here to Shay? Okay, you ready? Get your face on. All right, Shay as caramel.
Hey, you spelled my name wrong.
Fuck it, they got it. As long as you pronounce it right. Let's see if we can get that together in unison. All right, you ready?
All right, ready?
Shea as caramel. You done?
We got one for Tommy.
We do have one for
Oh,
Tommy.
God.
Yeah, we do have one for Tommy. And Tommy's the coolest character. Tommy, you get the and on there.
Oh,
you know?
shit.
Like you the
That's important.
Like you that character we list last, but you're like one of the more important characters.
Okay,
Damn, we're right here, dude.
Yeah, thanks.
I think I got you.
Okay, ready? You ready? You ready?
I am,
Tommy,
right.
here it is. And Tommy as Midnight. Yeah. You got it, man.
That's
Look at
it.
that.
That's how you do it.
Wow.
That's how you do it.
You would have been perfect for that.
I would have been. You got to earn that and.
Yeah, you do.
You know?
You do. You do.
I always like the Saturday Night Live ones, you know, where they're like doing something and they're just like.
Oh, yeah. Like, oh, who's this person with the camera?
Wow, oh, wait, this shit is still on. What?
There you go.
You know, we're having fun. Why is it still on? Oh, it's the key right there. Okay. All right. There we go. Name free. You know, we're laughing and everything and having a good time, but this is sad because they went out there and treated these kids bad, man. They went out there and they were slamming kids to the ground and everything. Let me see if I can find the video right here, the right one. Is this the one? Because I have the actual video up. Oh, this is it. I'm going to let it play for a little bit. And I want you to notice something. I'm gonna put it back. Forget the roll right there, but pay attention to who the cops are setting their aggression on the most. Now, look at him. He's running right past the white kids. He's like, gotta get them Negroes. Come here. He ran right past some of the lightest skinned kids and some of the white kids. And so, and like, again, I don't know. Maybe I'm with you. Maybe some of the black kids, they caused trouble. Who knows? I wasn't there. But it did get a little rough. I mean, these are not even like big high school students.
No.
You know, they look like junior high.
Like 14 and 15.
Yeah. But they came out there in full aggression.
Shit. None of them were involved.
Okay,
I
that's
know
what I'm saying.
who was
They're
involved.
good to go.
Guys. It was that guys.
Whoa, sir, get on the ground. Hold up, sir. I told you to stay. Get your asses down on the ground.
See, kids ain't even doing anything.
yeah,
that's
Those
what
are
I'm
kids
saying.
like, get the fuck over there. Well, you think in that neighborhood, if those kids weren't there, do you honestly, answer me honestly, if you think that those were all white
Nope.
kids, do you think they would have been, get the fuck down?
No. It
Ray,
wouldn't have been.
no.
I don't
I mean,
think it would've been.
answer me, Ray, you think so? I mean, you're half white. What do you think?
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
No, they saw a bunch of black kids. And you see the kid talking about, sir.
Yeah.
Sir. He wasn't like, hey, man,
Yeah.
fuck you. No, he was like,
None
sir.
of them were like
sir.
that.
Yeah.
The one girl, she was like, somebody please call my mom. Oh, my God. That was her reaction. Those were her words.
Yeah, there's a
It wasn't
part.
like, get the fuck off me, pig. No, nothing like that. Like a fucking 15-year-old girl would say, somebody please call my fucking mom.
Yeah, who didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
And that part is coming up right here. There's a girl in a bikini out there. She looks to be about 14, 15. And this is where things got real controversial because the cop, no, it's a 14, 15-year-old girl. Maybe she's older. I don't know.
No, she
but
was 15.
She was about 15. Okay. Cop all of a sudden treating her like she's a goddamn 6'4" male criminal.
God damn it.
Sorry.
That's the thing. So right now you're staying. Don't make me fucking run around here with 30 pounds of goddamn gear on the sun.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Seriously, do you think in that neighborhood, had those been little white kids, he would have been, at the most, he would have said, you stay right here. I'm going to call your parents in a little while. It wouldn't have been like, you fuck you. You said
There's
fuck
a
down.
shitload of white kids in the direction the black kids were walking before they got stopped and pulled back and told to sit down.
Yeah.
Not see the litany of white kids back there. You see that? See, my whole thing is how this started was, of course, somebody from that neighborhood saw a bunch of black kids. It's like, oh, it's a party going on. It's, black. I don't even know who threw the party.
Yeah.
But they were the ones that were pinpointed, and then they say, a lady was talking shit to them and things like that. Apparently, this is a predominantly white neighborhood.
Yeah.
Hence, why are you in my neighborhood type shit.
Yeah.
That shit pisses me the fuck off.
It was already, and we've seen this before. There was an Indian guy, an old Indian guy that was walking around. He came to see his son who lived in that neighborhood or something. I think it was some graduation or something going on with his son. But somebody thought that this Indian guy was a black guy. The cops came out there. The guy didn't understand what the cop was saying, and the cop almost paralyzed the guy by pulling him down. Why? Because a neighbor saw that guy walking around and saying, I think and they said there's a skinny black guy walking around here. I think trouble's about to happen. And so here's the part where the girl comes in.
Because you want to screw around out here? Don't keep standing there and run your mouth. You're going to go too. Get out of here. I already told you. Leave. I don't care. Leave. You're leaving now. You're leaving now. You are leaving now. Leave. That way. Get your ass gone.
You hear, get your ass gone.
Yeah.
Like the fucking animals or something.
Jumper, what the fuck is going on? Why is he acting so
On the pavement,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
You know, slinging it down the ground on the pavement, treating it like a goddamn rag doll.
The funny,
What's up? What's up?
funny thing is, I saw an interview with a person who lives in the neighborhood, a white lady, of course, and talking about, well, she deserved that. She kept on egging the cop on, and he told her to leave, and she
That's
wouldn't
because-
leave. I'm like, last I checked, it looked like she was going the other way until he was talking a bunch of shit, and she, probably said something to a friend, and he didn't like that.
Yeah, he didn't like that.
Exactly.
And by the way, these cops, they get away with this kind of shit, and then people forgive them for it. I say they were just doing their job. And
Yeah,
mainly
that's
people,
the fucking problem.
And mainly the people who do that are the people who don't get fucked with by the cops.
Never, probably have never been fucked
Yeah,
with by
it's
the
always
cops.
the people
Yeah.
like, I don't understand,
They
And
just did what they were told.
They just
and
did what they were told.
Last I checked, it looked like those kids did what they were told.
they were showed up and then got chased out.
He pulled out a gun.
He pulled out a
Yeah, he
gun.
Pulled out his gun.
He pulled out a gun. By the way, let me just say this, and maybe this call I can take in a little, that I'll take in a little bit can actually keep me from being so harsh. I read an article where a cop was saying, our job is hard. We're human too. We're not all bad, but you fuckers keep letting these bad cops give you a bad name.
Yeah.
Don't defend this shit.
Exactly right. Stand up for it. 'Cause I hear a lot, especially with black cops. People really need to talk to fucking black cops. How come no one's interviewed more black cops? Because they go through a lot of shit to where they can see the racism first and foremost from the motherfuckers right off the bat. Like that shit with Ferguson. Did you ever see that where the cop sent the letter anonymously?
Yeah.
Saying,
Maybe that's what I was reading.
yeah.
I think that's what I read.
Okay.
And the reason why is because the biggest problem is, there's an inherent racial problem that goes on in there. There's an inherent, poverty problem that's going on with that. A lot of people, black and white, in a lot of cities are going to jail over bails and over traffic tickets, minor traffic tickets. They're being treated like fucking criminals. But I just read a story, and I don't even think this guy was black. He said, and he's trying to sue the city. I think this is in New York. I'm not sure, but he said his camera was on, and he got the cops saying to each other, yeah, we pulled him over for nothing.
Yeah.
Cops are being, give us more videos of good cops, and then maybe we won't be this way,
If they exist, which I highly doubt they do. People are like, well, all they show is this. Well, probably that's all that exists.
It's all a fucking fraternity, man.
It is.
And that's why they all keep it with each other.
It's the worst and biggest gang in the country.
Yeah.
The fucking cops.
And
It's
you don't
what it is.
understand, not just black people fed up with this shit, but now that it's crossing over with video and people are beginning to see how you are, everybody's getting tired of this shit. Everybody's getting tired of this shit, and it's only a matter of time for this shit blows up. I do know there's some good cops, and I've been helped by good cops. But this whole thing about these cops getting defending the bad cops, or saying, "Oh, well, there are some good ones out there," but we never get to see that much. Maybe that don't make the news. Maybe that's the thing. I'll be fair. Maybe being good cops don't make the news as much.
Maybe not. But at the same time, if it's a group that's affiliated with me, say it's this group, like what kind of a family type situation here? If you two are doing some shit that's fucked up, I'm not going down with you. I'm gonna be like, yeah, man, they're doing some fucked up shit, and I'm gonna distance myself from you. And me and Ray, the clean cops, we're gonna go off and do our own thing, But we're gonna represent good cops and fuck all the bad cops. You know what I mean? They gotta do that. If that's the case, if they keep preaching this, well, it's good cops out there too. Well, then those good cops need to stand up and be like, well, that's fucked up, and we don't want to do that. We need to, try to do something that actually means something. We're doing something good.
Exactly. The problem is that there's been a tradition. I'm not saying like it's an organized tradition, but there's, should I say history? There's been a history of cops being able to get away with this. There's been a history of cops being majority made up of white cops, unless it's just a situation where I don't know. Maybe there's an all black city or something. I don't know.
I get to see it, but I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's one out there.
There's a lot of things where cops, as we can see, a lot of cops aren't trained to handle this. There needs to be some sort of change with police precincts where these cops who come in and you just got a high school diploma and they just get right in there.
Yeah.
You know, standards need to be
power,
raised.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that standards need to be raised higher than this.
Much higher.
You can, people, if you don't think there's cops out there who just want to be fucking cops just to be cops and do it because they enjoy cop shit, look at this fucker rolling right here. That's a guy that's always want to do that shit as a real cop.
Yeah.
And by
he's a big ass kid.
Yeah, it's a big, and that made no fucking sense right there. We're laughing about that, but that's an indicator of the mentality.
Indicator.
Flip it out there with fucking teenagers.
We can see that shit. We're not psychologists at all. Why don't you give them an extra fucking psychology test to make sure that these motherfuckers are not man children and they can actually have the responsibility of being a fucking cop?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
God damn, dude, somebody do something about this. You got motherfuckers doing somersaults and shit.
I mean, and posing too.
That's
Look
what
at
I'm
him.
saying.
Look at him. Like he just got to doing a fucking dance move or something.
Yeah.
like he's posing and shit. Like he just got to do breakdancing. Yeah.
Like he's in his own cop show and that's his freeze frame.
Yeah, right there.
Come on, man.
Well, you got something to say about this?
Thinking of what I want to say. No, honestly, I think that he was definitely overreacting. I mean, even like the other cops were kind of backed off from the situation. If it was a situation where they were in danger, the other cops would have jumped in way more than they did. They stood around, but they didn't like.
One time they jumped in was to stop him from shooting the kid.
Yeah, exactly.
And they knew. And they if you notice, like they kind of rushed in. They knew like, oh shit, this dude's
about
that's certainly like
shit's gonna be on the news. Yeah, gotta stop Jerry.
Yeah, this motherfucker's about to lose his shit right here.
He's the shortest one.
Hey, come on, man.
That's that fucking Napoleon complex.
I do think that when those two guys, like whenever he like pulls the girls down, it kind of does, like, I don't agree with the fact that, like, all the teenagers kind of, like, jumped around, and it almost looked like they were watching, like, a fight video, and they were almost, I feel like that eggs it on for the police officer to think, like, oh, they're about to do something.
I think they did that
because overreacting caused them to react.
Exactly.
They thought the girl was being hurt.
They thought
no, I completely get that they were, like, going to defend her.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, there's not much you can do in that situation as far as
I'm actually glad you brought that up, because, see, that's a lot of this thing is they're scared. They're afraid something's going to happen. But see, here's the thing. Those are fucking teenagers watching their teenage friend maybe get beat up. They don't know because it's fucking cops.
And it's been so many incidents, they probably think she's about to be killed.
Exactly right. So their instinct is naturally, fuck, we're not going to let our friend get beat up or hurt. And so, of course, the teenagers, that's going to be their first reaction. Him as a police officer, that's what he's paid for.
Yeah,
to not have that reaction. Exactly. To think quick enough to be like, okay, these are kids, none of them are armed. I can control this situation. I have two other officers behind me.
Yeah.
I can handle this. His situation shouldn't have been to pull his gun out.
Yeah,
and do
that never should have happened.
That's what I'm saying. Come on.
I've never seen his eyes as
man. The shit.
I've never seen his eyes that big.
It gets me, dude. That shit pisses me off.
I have never seen your pupils as of today.
It's a personal thing, man, because I've been through that shit before.
I see American flag in those pupils.
Yeah, I know, right?
There's an eagle in this one, an American flag in this one. Wow, passionate, Tommy.
Yeah, man.
I do think they need to get the
hell is going on? Did she just get bored and just start playing music? Start jamming out? It's okay. I think she got scared. It's like, no. We're not scaring you, are we, May? We're not. Okay. All right. I didn't know.
Yeah.
No, I do think they need to work on getting those body cams on all cops.
They do.
And that needs to be something that is released to whoever was in the situation.
Yeah.
And
it
even
be
the public,
record,
immediately you should be able to have that for your case. So if you do go to court or anything like that, like you have that evidence, and the cops don't get to keep it.
Exactly right. That's perfect.
Because they can always alter, like you can alter videos in any way that you want now.
Yeah,
it needs to go immediately to that person's public defender or lawyer or something.
Right.
Man, you know what? Just today I finally realized you were smart. No, I'm kidding. No, I wasn't. No, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean no. Today I finally realized, wow, this is a good group right here, man. You guys are vocal, got shit to say. Look at you. You bring up the right subject.
Even me.
Yeah. Even you.
Even Tommy.
Man, I like the vibe.
I think that like sobered him up. Like this conversation took him from like this level of high.
I'm gonna get back to my
Now back to your regular schedule, Tommy.
I know that. Well, I know. You see black out, you're like, what happened?
What we talking about?
Why is everybody looking so upset? You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make this call right here to my man, the Sun God, because he lives near this area.
Okay.
I think he lives in this area.
Oh,
What was it?
McKinney.
McKinney, Texas.
yeah.
Yeah, McKinney, Texas. Man, why is it so hot in here? Yeah, is the door open?
It's because you guys were all like fueled up.
Yeah, maybe it was the subject.
Hello?
Oh, okay.
Sun God.
Yo,
How are you, man?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
We're doing well, relatively
So-so.
okay. You know?
A little worked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Y'all ain't doing that good, but
Okay. What? You said y'all ain't doing nothing?
Sounded like
Y'all ain't doing a goddamn thing. Hey, man. Now, what's your real name? I know your Sun God on the site. Have we met before? We've talked before, right?
we've spoken quite a few times.
Yeah.
Mostly on the last site.
That's right. That's right.
I think I talked to you once last year.
Yeah, you did, man. You did. How are you doing?
I'm not in jail, so
You're not in jail?
It's good right
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
No,
well,
your neck of the woods. That's a good thing, I guess.
yeah, where you claim to be, that is a very good thing, because you say that you live very near where this incident happened, right?
Oh, it's right down the street.
Whoa,
Oh.
right
Damn,
down the
that's-
street.
That's
Like
pretty.
literally 2 or 3 neighborhoods over.
So, with you being in the neighborhood, now let me go ahead and I don't know if I have your email up. Let me see if I do. I'll try to get to it and read it. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find it. It was a pretty long email. Here it is. All right, I'm going to read what you have right here. You say that you grew up there. You say clearly that you weren't involved, but at least you could give us a well-ground level perspective based on what your community's thoughts are. And you say that you have the story from what you can gather. And you know what? I'm going to just have you take it from there and tell us what, since you're in the heart of it, what the real story is at least as much as you can get from it.
Right. So this has been the big news, big story all day. Basically, from what I can gather, it was a pool party. One of the girls in the neighborhood was hosting the pool party.
Mm-hmm.
She was a black girl.
And she was a black girl that hosted the party?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they were hosting the party with her family, a little graduation, summer here party, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of kids heard about it through social media. A lot of kids showed up. It's a community pool, and some of the parents that were there, not involved with the party, were just upset to see that many kids. And one of them, did y'all show the other video with the actual fight?
No, we didn't. So there was a fight. Who was the fight between?
It was between a white mother and one of the black teenagers.
So is it true that the mother was starting this whole thing?
Apparently she was saying some offensive things and go back to Section 8.
Yeah.
It's not your neighborhood, things like that.
Damn.
And that provoked an altercation. So naturally the cops are called, and then from there, what you guys saw in the video is, what went down.
So it is kind of like it says. So I'm trying to be fair right here. I know I had some really strong opinions, but I kind of want to pull back on all the rumors or at least what I perceive to be rumors, where it was a white parent who started in on the kids. So the kids weren't doing anything then.
No, they were just being teenagers.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the.
I'm sure they were
video.
being rambunctious, but
But what teenagers aren't,
They're
right?
teenagers, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You get
At a party.
You get fucking frat boys who do this shit all the
Yeah,
time.
those motherfuckers in college.
Yeah, and they're in college, and they
That's
get
what
away
I'm
with this
saying.
shit all the time.
Yeah. Fucking
Yeah.
white teenagers do this shit. It's all teenagers,
Yeah.
They're teenagers. They're fucking kids.
Fuck these cops, man. And that's what it was. They went there. It's not that they were teenagers. They saw a bunch of black kids and immediately thought that there was trouble. The cops, even though they're carrying guns and they're bigger than these kids, they're scared. They're fucking
They're
scared.
always scared. They're pussies. I'm sorry. Most cops are pussies. That's a problem.
Yeah.
And they interviewed the kid who allegedly filmed the video, and it was a white kid, and he was just saying how they kind of ran past him and the rest of the white kids. And he was one of the kids who actually didn't live in the neighborhood. He just heard about the party through Facebook and then showed up. And he said they ran straight past him, just went to the other kids.
Yeah, I heard that he said that it was almost like I was invisible. They ran right past him. God damn, people. people. You don't think these fucking cops are a problem right now? You think this is just black people complaining and occasionally poor people complaining, and you are fucking mistaken, man. There are two parts of this country. I mean, more, but in this particular case, there are the people who are affluent and white and don't get fucked with by the cops, and then there's the other half that see it all, and then you want to blame them for always talking about it. And let me just say this. I hate this fucking statement right here. Well, don't break the law. You don't get in trouble. Were these kids breaking the law? No.
It looked like it to me.
Was that guy I told you about who got stopped for nothing? Was he breaking the law? Fuck cops,
You know what the problem is? People see shit like this, and their first fucking instinct is, well, clearly those kids didn't listen. They did something wrong. Never, ever does it cross their mind, well, maybe those cops were out of line. That's always the very last fucking thing they want to think. That's the fucking problem.
And now they got neighbors out there holding signs. Thanks for doing your job.
Exactly.
Thanks for
shit
keeping
like
us safe.
that.
You know what? Get the fuck out, man.
And even in the actual fight video,
it was one guy, about a 40-year-old middle-aged man, had an American camouflage hat on, about 300 pounds. He's the one who put that sign out.
Yeah, I saw that. So what were you going to say?
In the fight video, because I saw one, I don't know if it's the only one that was out there, but it was between like this, like, older white lady. I mean, she's an adult. She's pretty big.
Yeah.
And she's fighting on this teenage girl, this teenage black girl. And the cop comes to break it up, and he's just pulling on the girl. Like, you would think that his thought process would be like, this is a minor, that's an adult.
Protect the child from the adult. Yeah,
protect the child from the adult.
Right.
Like, but he was protecting the adult. Like, the adults got to walk off. Their friends, like, are coming out of their car, like, watching. It's these two big white ladies, and they're just coming out, like, of their car all casual.
Yeah.
I thought we scared me. I thought she was actually about to take off.
Time for me to go.
Well, I can see where this is going.
But yeah, they're not saying anything to the adult who is hitting the kid and cussing at the kid, but they're pulling the kid off like
And
they're
nobody's
about to be
talking about
arrested.
that at all.
Yeah, that's. I mean, out of all of us, only one of the four of us saw the video.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, that one's not getting as viral.
Yeah. Exactly. And you know what? The cop, he has like a playlist of training videos, and they're all. And one of them is like, you know, the truth about black people and whatnot. It's cops, until you can prove otherwise. I have always been trained in my life, and I've been fair up until this point. Like, oh, it's not that bad. But I've always been trained to think.
You've been very fair.
I've been fair, and you know what? But I have been raised to say that, you know, look, a lot of cops, they fear people of color.
They do.
A lot of them don't like people of color.
Right.
A lot of them are racist. Yeah. That's why you got to be careful. Every black kid has that information. You know, I mean, the white kids think that. No, all the white kids are raised, hey, officer friendly, call him if you need help.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck you, cops, man. Fuck you, cops. Yes. All of you right now, because either you're good and you're not doing some shit, or you're bad, and, well, we see what happens with that.
You know what? I'm throwing the baby out with the bathwater on this one. Bullshit. Fuck it. If you're a good cop, fuck it. You're a bad cop if you support these motherfuckers. You can't have it both fucking ways. You can't want that shit to change and just support these assholes that continue to do the shit. You're part of the problem if you do. So fuck them too.
Fuck you. So anybody who wants to disagree with that, then guess what? You're probably a cop.
Hey, if you want to disagree with me, Tommy McGrew, Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
Facebook.
There you go. Fuck that.
But
man.
you say is the neighborhood now? You said about the neighborhood. We're in this pretty soon. But you said the neighborhood is not all that bad. Not everybody feels this way.
Well, it was really, you know, we see these videos online all the time. Mm-hmm. It was really unusual to see one from here.
Yeah.
Because, everyone, as far as, and I can only speak for myself and the people around me, everyone around here, I've always kind of prided this city on being just kind of an exception to things like that. Like, you know, this is a lot of former pro athletes live here. So there's a sizable African-American community living pretty affluently here. And I don't know, we saw this and we're like, whoa.
It's everywhere, man. You know, I'll end with this. I heard one person, I read comments all the time, and a couple of comments I read the same. They say, well, you know, black people, they're obsessed with race. They're obsessed with it. They can't stop talking about it. Except everywhere we go, somebody's talking about it besides us.
Yeah.
You know?
We're not writing this shit.
Yeah.
You know, we don't click on Yahoo and like, oh, let's put a race headline at the top of it. No, we're not doing that. They're doing that, and it's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, you know, come on.
I don't walk into a room and say, hey, I'm black, beat me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know?
But
I'd
just like to point out that I've, you know, grown up here, I've had pretty positive interactions with the
Yeah.
police.
I've had some too.
I have too. I have too. That's what I'm saying. But it's, I have. Don't let me even put that out there. There are good cops, and I just don't like the attitude of protecting your brother or protecting the other cop. I'm doing this thing where, you got to understand that cops are people too. Yeah, I understand that cops are people too. I understand human nature. That's why you need a higher standard, because I understand human nature enough to know the more ignorant the motherfucker is that comes in and gets behind that badge, the more dangerous and deadly that situation gets too.
And the simple fact is, it's in some of these places, it's desperation when it comes to hiring cops, because a lot of people don't want to be cops. And so it's a point where the people that do come in, they might not meet the standard that should be met. They definitely meet, lower than that, but they have nobody else, so they kind of have to, to make that person a cop.
Well.
It's a fucked up situation.
Yeah,
it needs to be changed.
Anyway, Ray, you got something to add to this before we leave? And Ray's like, no, I ain't saying shit.
Staying out.
Yeah.
You must know a cop.
I know a lot of cops, but I mean, I know a lot of bad people too. I don't know. No, I think it is both ways, man. Honestly, there's the good outweighs the bad. Like I always say, in the media, you're always gonna get the bad because that's what sells, that's what moves. He was overusing his power. Do I think all cops should do this? No, but this motherfucker can go to hell because he's a fucked up person, man.
Well,
throwing kids around and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
I want to believe that, Ray. I want to believe that maybe it's just the fucked up media, because as we know, the media, whether you're liberal or conservative, it's all exploitation in a way. What makes the news, what gets people up and going, it's all bad news. It's all scare tactics. It's all danger. You might get, a kitten story here and there, at the end of the news.
I've seen a few good cop stories of a cop helping a kid, or usually like a black kid or something.
But that doesn't really move anything,
That doesn't change shit.
It doesn't change.
Don't give me a fluff piece.
Yeah, people don't click on it.
The problem with all this stuff that's going on now is that you have people that are antagonizing cops, and I've seen it, routine stops and things like that, where it's like, well, fuck you, cop, beat me and shit like that. Because everyone has cameras now, everyone's antagonizing because that's all they see. So they have it harder from this end. This dude is wrong. I'm not trying to say
but you
this
know
dude's
what?
right at all.
When you become a cop, you should know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
You don't become a cop. If you become a fireman, one day you're probably going to run to a house that's burning.
Exactly right.
Yeah. You don't put the blame on the fire, You say, hey, they made me become a fireman. No, you chose to do that. Same thing with cops, man. I don't want to hear this shit. And there's no more excuses, all right? Now
think it was going to be an easy job?
No, what the fuck did you think it was going to be?
Exactly right.
All right, son God. Hey, thank you for the clarification, man, and all the details.
Oh, no problem. It's good to talk to you.
Watch your back.
Yeah, good luck in that neighborhood, by the way.
No, I'm sure most of the neighborhood is cool. I bet. I hope. So, anyway, man, thanks a lot.
Hey, no problem.
All right, bye-bye.
I'll take care.
I mean to start the show out with something like that, but a lot of people have been giving me that video.
It's kind of the
man.
news of the
Yeah,
day.
this is huge.
A lot of people been asking me about it and want to know all of our opinions about it. Yes, even you. I would like to know. I'm just curious, May. I know I said we're gonna bring you on, but May, can I ask you something real quick? She's like, no, I want to ask you over here. She's like, huh?
Come on, May.
Because what I like, and yes, you can see by May, I like having the diverse audience that we have, which is why I like bringing
Right here.
Yeah, come on right here. Well, I like having a diverse audience, and this is and that's why I bring up these issues, because I think everybody has a chance to hear them. Yeah, you can stand. But does it? Do I stand? Do I be a puppet? What the? When you hear us talk about this kind of stuff, does it bother you for us to bring up such racially charged subjects? You can lean in. There you go.
No. I mean, I'm a aspiring journalist, so it interests me. And I mean, my uncle's a cop, and I don't know. I love
lean
him.
in a little bit more.
I love him, but he's definitely. I'm kind of racist.
Boom! Mind blowing, right? A cop that's racist. Holy shit!
What you were saying is true. It is definitely sensationalized, and there's a reason that this is constantly.
Yeah, it's popular right now.
They talk about fluff. Positive stories are seen as fluff, and I don't think that that's right. I don't think that positivity should be seen as fluff, and because I don't know, it's all news. it's weird how like the positive and negative news is categorized.
So fuck you, Korey.
No. It's just this is what is, like she said, sensationalized, and that's what I'm saying. That's why you're seeing it more in the media. You see this negative stuff, but it's making it worse. Like that's people are like, oh, we'll bring a change, but really it's just making it worse because you have more people out there. Fuck cops. Other cops are getting annoyed, so it's causing this friction where it's like. Where it's people
Nothing's
are going
getting
at each
solved.
other. Yeah,
First of all,
solved.
let's screen some of these fucking cops better. Get the bad people out, and
I agree.
then let's bring communities together. Let's put cops out
and
there.
the camera thing is what needs to
Yeah,
happen.
that
where
definitely needs
they have
to
the
happen.
camera on them all the time. And it'll keep them in check because you do have people that are douchebags in high school and that just want the badge, and there's people like that. But at the same time, you do have people that want to be good. So I'm not gonna be like fuck every cop and this and that. I know good cops. I know like shitty cops, and I mean I've been in situations where I've been like, what the fuck's going on? It's because I'm Mexican. I live in San Antonio where it's all majority Mexicans.
Yeah.
But, my parents live in a pretty nice neighborhood, and I've been pulled over by cops there. They're like, what the fuck you doing here?
It scares me to know that she will come out and just say, my uncle's a cop, and yeah, he's racist. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking scary, man.
Yeah, it is. It's horrifying.
Because she's not going to catch the bullet. I will.
Exactly right.
So
we don't want